Hey everybody, this is Paul at 12voltview.com, and I got another radio for to check out today. It's the Kenwood KDC-X597. Kenwood Exelons have a 2-year warranty. If you get something from Kenwood, it has the word Exelon written on it. So right here, it has a 2-year warranty, whether it be speakers, radios, amps, tweeters, whatever. As long as the word Exelon's on it, it has a 2-year warranty. Anyway, this is the KDC-X597. The average price on this is around about $160-ish, depending on where you get it from. And let's get it pulled out of the box and see what's inside. Alright, take the lid open. Got mounting hardware. Use those for kits and harnesses. Got the it's got Bluetooth, so here's a Bluetooth microphone. Got the remote, wire harness. Alright, flip the lid open, and we got the warranty manual, got the manual, got CD keys. There's a little bag you can slip to the face if you want to detach it. Also, if you didn't want to detach it and you didn't want the face to come off very readily, there's a little screw right here that in a certain spot on the face you can screw it in and the face won't detach. But that's what that is. I'll just set this off to the side here. Alright, now we get this radio pulled out of the box. I'll set this down. Got the styrofoam plastic. Got the little cover for the face to keep it from being scratched as usual. Got a mounting cage. You can on some kits you don't even need this to install it. You just mount the kit screwed in. I'll make a video on that later on. But this is used to mount the radio in the dash, so the radio won't flop around while you're driving. And here's the radio, and let me get it mounted up, and we'll see what the back side of it. All right, we got it back of it turned around, and we got several things, a couple of new little features here. This right here, this little pink item, is for the microphone. You plug it after you mount the microphone. You run the cord all through the dash, and you plug it in here. It looks like a auxiliary input or a 3.5mm, but it's only for the microphone. Right there's even a little white tag that says microphone on it. Of course, you got your FM antenna plug in. Got your subwoofer, pre-outs, front pre-outs, and rear pre-outs. These are 4-volt pre-outs. All Kenwood Exelon radios have 4-volt pre-outs to really juice up the power coming out of the amplifier, or power going, the stronger signal going into your amplifier. Got your fuse, got the plug-in for the power harness, or wiring harness. And this right here is for the Sirius XM module. And those are optional. It doesn't come with the radio, but you can, if you want to have Sirius Satellite, or Sirius XM, you just get the module, plug it in, throw the antenna on the roof, subscribe, and you're good to go. And that's pretty much it on the back of this radio. Let's get it turned around, powered up, and see what that looks like. Alright, got the radio turned on. It's asked me to cancel demo. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Demo, and it goes to standby. Click on standby to go to tuner. Click on source to go to tuner. You get out of standby mode. The front of the radio looks really nice. Has a nice gloss black finish. Gives a good, sleek, professional, expensive look. For the top here, we got the source button, and of course we got the little Kenwood logo. We got the CD slot, eject, and when we wrap around here, we got a little dust door that covers the USB and aux input. Got your presets. Got your little display button here, which if you press it, it'll cycle through radio text, title, artist, frequency, clock, station, and back to radio text, which is, if your radio station says, Hot Jams 93.7, it'll say Hot Jams. Well, actually it won't have that tone, but it'll just show the words on the screen. Anyway, got your track up and down channel changing buttons right here. That way, you can find your stations or track or CD, or if you have music on your thumb drive or iPod or whatever, it'll control that as well. And of course, you got your volume knob, which also acts as a menu button. We'll get to that in here in a few minutes. This is your backup menu. If you're in a menu, you press this little button right here, and it'll back you out of all the menus you were just into until you get to the the source screen. This button right here is for the Bluetooth. Press on it and it gives it a Bluetooth mode where you can do different things, change settings and all kinds of crazy stuff. And we'll get to that in here in a few minutes as well. If you're in FM mode, you press this little search magnifying glass. It just cycles you through FM1, FM2, FM3, AM, back to FM1 again. That way you can have 18 preset stations and 6, I have 6 fingers on my hand, but 6 preset AM stations. Like there's a lot of AM stations out there that you can preset in your city. I think our city has like 2. Alright, I guess we'll start off with the Bluetooth function. Has you just click your little hands-free icon there and takes you to Bluetooth mode. Device priority, settings, Bluetooth test mode, and back to device priority. It just cycles through the menu. We go to device priority, it says no entry, so there's nothing there. We go to settings, you got your pairing, detail set, settings, clock, display, and pairing, and display illumination. So, and pairing, there's phone select. I think that's if you have like several phones that this radio can hold on to. Detailed settings, pin code edit. So usually the default pin code on these is 0000, but sometimes the radio might randomly project a number. Auto answer, this is if you want the radio to automatically answer your phone calls for you. That way you never have to worry about touching the radio or the phone to answer your phone calls. Reconnect on, that means if you, I guess if you walk away from the radio far enough and your phone disconnects and you get back closer, it reconnects again. I believe, I'll read up on that and put the answer in the description. Auto pairing on, so that way it's everything is done automatically. You don't worry about touching extra buttons on the phone or the radio. Just automatically enters the code and everything for you. And Bluetooth audio by default is set for the front speakers only. So if you play in your Bluetooth audio and it just sounds up the front, you can switch the front to all. That way it plays on all your speakers and the subwoofer if you have one. If not, it'll just be on front and you won't have any bass if you have a subwoofer. So usually just set it to all, that we can have full sound. I don't know why, but I guess for people who sit in the front seats and the back seats don't really want to hear the phone call, even though the speakers are 3 feet away from them. Alright, next one is call beep. That just lets you know there's a call coming in. And firmware update, it's just you can go to the Kenwood website and you can download firmware updates for most all the new radios nowadays. Everything's software driven. Microphone gain, if you're talking and they can't really hear you, you can turn the microphone gain up. Up to like +8 or -20. That's pretty far. Anyway. Then we can really juice up the signal going into the radio so they can hear you. Echo level, I just kind of take away any echo that might be echoing through the vehicle that the microphone might pick up. And back to pin code edit. Clock, of course, changes the clock on the radio. Display and key. And back to pairing again. So that's it for that. Bluetooth test mode. Please pair your phone. Please pair your phone. So I don't have my phone paired to this, so I think it's just to make sure that your phone can actually pair to the radio. Some BlackBerry users have trouble with the older BlackBerry phones of pairing the Bluetooth. Alright, that's pretty much all of the Bluetooth settings. I'll click the button, go back to regular radio. If you take your volume knob, and besides playing with the volume, up and down, if you push the volume knob straight in, it goes into another menu. You got audio control, settings, demo mode, which we explained earlier, and back to audio control. So if you go into audio control, you get your subwoofer level, which controls the RCAs on the back of the radio. You get your bass, treble, your bass level that you can turn up and down. You got your mids that you can turn up and down, and you got your treble that you can, -8, +8. And after that, you get EQ Pro, which goes to, it just makes it more where you can adjust all the frequencies. Center frequencies, level, Q EQ factors and extended bass notes. And I think the Miz is just like that as well. You get your bass band trouble. You can actually go tune in the different frequencies for your stuff. Preset EQs, just like your powerful, super bass, jazz, rock, flat, stuff like that. Bass boost, it gives you level 1, 2, and 3. Just kind of bumps up the bass a little bit. Loudness, you get level 1, level 2. Level 2 kind of, jumps the level up of all your settings up 2 notches. And of course, balance and fade are just to fade your speakers from front to back, left to right. Fade is front to rear, balance left to right. I don't know if I got that right or not. Then back to subwoofer setting. You turn it off or on. If you don't have a subwoofer, you can just turn it off or on. I mean, either way, if there's nothing plugged in the subwoofer output, it's off or on, it don't matter. Next one is detailed settings. Go into here, you get your high pass filter, low pass filter for the subwoofer if you want to adjust it from here. Volume offset always starts at 0, but if you back it off, it actually like a volume it goes down to -8, so it can only go lower, it won't go any higher. So if you just leave it on 0, it's all up, and then back to high pass filter again. The next one is subwoofer level, so we've already went through the whole audio controls. The next is settings. This is where it gets kind of different stuff going on. You got your seek mode. Seek mode is your automatic, which if you hit your channel buttons there, it'll automatically find the next strongest station. And there's manual, which you go to each station one at a time, and then there's auto 1 is automatically find. Auto 2 cycles through your presets. And then manual goes through one station one at a time, whether there's a station there or not. I just leave mine on auto 1. The next one's auto memory. If you set this and you hit it, you tell it to go ahead and do it, hit yes, it'll automatically program your first 6 stations with whatever stations it finds. So it may program some stations that you may not want, but you can always fix that later. Mono set, never have to worry about all that. PTY search. Man, forgot what that was. Something to do with the time. Clock, you go in here. Clock adjust, time sync, and of course, go on the clock. You can scroll, enter, you're done. Time sync. Usually it's always off. I turned it on other radios, and it's never done anything, so don't have to worry about all that. All right, back out of that menu. Next one is display and key. The display is the display and the preset buttons. The keys are everything else. Color select. Variable scan, it just cycles through all the colors like it's doing now. Or you go to color 1, color 2, color 3. It's like 20 different colors. 24. And if you're not sure, if you're scrolling too fast, you have to maybe like stop on a color and let it catch up with you on your colors there. You get user. You can actually select color select. Let's see if you want to leave it on. Let's see what's 13. Looks like white. 15 green. I'll leave it on green. Alright. Display dimmer. This displays it turns down the dimmer a little bit on the just a little bit in case it's too bright at night. Text scroll, if the song is too long, the title and title, it'll scroll across the screen to finish showing you all the information. Key dimmer dims the keys 2 levels if they're just too bright at night. Bluetooth device status, color select, there we went through the whole setting there. And back to seat mode. So that's all for settings. And demo mode we already know, and back to audio control. And I think there's some extra menu in the standby. Function, you got settings, which is the clock, display key, clock display, it's just those 2. Initial set, preset type, key beat, Pandora source, built-in knobs. If you want to turn this off or on, usually it's on. I don't know why you would turn it off, but if you want the feature, turn it off, there it is. CD read, speaker select, firmware update. So there's just those features. Usually never have to worry about all those except maybe the key beep or something if you want to play around with that. Pandora source on. What it does, it actually just gives you another source in here, so when you plug your iPhone into it'll automatically find it. Because this radio has Bluetooth and you have an Android phone, the radio will actually find the Pandora on your Android. But now if you plug your Android into here, although it will charge you, you can play your songs on it. If you switch over to Pandora, it don't know what's going on. It only works through the Bluetooth. Now if you have an iPhone, you can plug it in, charge it up, you can find the Pandora through that way. So it's one plus, that's a thumbs up, for iPhone users over the Android. Other than that, they're both pretty close to the same, act the same. This radio also is Sirius XM radio, so like I said earlier, you have to buy an extra module. It's got Bluetooth, it's got Bluetooth here and here. And of course on Pandora, you got your thumbs up, thumbs down, track forward, different stuff like that. You got your shuffle, repeat, pause, play. And looks like that's pretty much for this radio. Looks pretty good. Got a lot of features. In fact, probably all the features you probably ever need. Bluetooth, stereo, CD player. Alright, we got everything back in the box. This is the Kenwood KDC-X597, the Echelon 2-year warranty. The radio is really nice. It's got all the features you ever possibly need. You know, CD player, radio, remote, Bluetooth, Sirius XM. Well, Sirius XM radio don't actually come with it, but you can get the module for it. Then you have it. 2-year warranty, high volt pre-outs. Kenwood music control for the Androids, iPod control. Only thing it doesn't do for you is cook. But other than that, this radio is really nice. I like the face. It's easy to work. Nice gloss, professional look, expensive looking, but for a low price, around $160-ish, depending on where you get it from. But then again, I like it a lot. This is Paul with 12voltreview.com. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day, and please subscribe.